What's up, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube world? This is an impromptu live video. Ask me anything. Most of the time on this channel, what I am doing are videos that are pre produced or podcast interviews, of course. But this is a live, unscripted video right here where I get to connect with some of you guys and take some of your questions. So I'm super excited about it. So, right now, as we speak, this very moment, right now, looks like tonight, for anyone that plays the lottery, this channel is not just about the lottery, but I know a lot of you guys are into that. So, right now, as we speak, Lotto 649 in Canada tonight, 42 million. Man, that would be awesome. That'd be life changing for a lot of people. Also, Powerball tonight. Powerball in the United States, 31 million. But let's take a look over in Europe. The Euro Millions this Friday, 17 million. Someone actually won that last night. 144 euro was just won in Belgium last night. One ticket, I believe, won that last night. Mega Millions this Friday, 203 million. Lotto Max in Canada, 24 million this Friday. Man, that is so many. That is like a crazy amount of money. So let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. So we have questions coming in from all. Oh, I'm in Europe, says T Con. Hi, Tim, Anita Golden. Hello, Anita. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. When is your next interview released? JP Rudder. JP, that will likely be early next week, likely with a near-death experience survivor and an author. It's a very interesting interview. I cannot wait to share with you. Hi, Tim, Anita. Okay. Someone in Belgium won 144 million euro. That's right, Daily Writer. Yeah, we were just talking about that. That's awesome. And hopefully whoever that is will come onto this podcast and talk to me, because I am, which reminds me, I want to ask anyone watching this, if you have won a prize or overcome the odds in various ways in life, if something has happened to you and you want to share it on this podcast or on this channel, it doesn't even have to be a podcast interview. I'm going to start featuring testimonials from people. So if you have a story that you would like to share, even if it doesn't have to do with money, but if it does, if you won a prize, that's awesome. I mean, even if it's just anything, really, just let me know. Write my team. The email address is in this YouTube channel. Write my team and let us know. I'm also on Instagram at official Timothy Schultz. Go ahead and write my team there. And if you want to be considered to be featured on this channel, I love checking out your stories. So let's get to some of these comments here, questions actually, because this is a Ask Me Anything impromptu live video that is happening right now. I have been playing the same numbers for over 5 years. How tone? Okay. Well, anyway, Ethan Duncan. Another thing that some people are into are people that dream about winning the lottery and then it happens, which is really crazy. And that just happened not too long ago again. And I'm producing a video about some of the craziest stories ever that's ever happened. But it happens to people all the time. It's very fascinating. Do you still play the lottery, Victoria? Not very often, Victoria, not very often, but I will if something inspires me for sure. How to manifest, Ethan Duncan. What do you think of the 2.2 billion winner here in California buying a $25 million home? And when you won, did you get a check or was it direct deposit? 2.2, Kevin Jones. So Kevin, thanks for your question. I have not heard about the 2.2 billion with a B winner buying a $25 million home, but that's really interesting if that's true. I'll definitely look into that. And back in the day when I won, was it check or direct deposit? I actually don't know if I fully remember. I think I was just on cloud nine. I was just so excited. I mean, I want to say direct deposit, but I guess I don't know with 100% certainty. But I do know it was crazy. It was such a crazy time. I won 200,000 through manifestation and the power of prayer back in February of 2022. You really have to believe it and make it your reality in your mind. 3Ks 1T makes that comment. So 3Ks 1T, please write my team. The email address is in this YouTube channel. I definitely would love to speak with you and learn more about your story. I dreamed I won 88 million in the Mega Millions. Erica, the Empress. Erica, I hope that is the dream come true. I hope that would be amazing. So many things you could do with 88 million. Edwin Castro won in November 8th drawing of 2022. Yes. So Edwin Castro was announced as the winner of that massive world record jackpot that just happened not too long ago. Okay. Timothy, did you do anything to help manifest your own lottery win? Victoria, thanks for your question. So as I've started this YouTube channel, I've learned more and more about manifestation and that sort of thing. And I find that topic very, very interesting. And I mean, there's lots of things that I prior to winning that happened, like people telling me that I was going to win, and I just believed that it was going to happen, and it did. Some people think that's coincidence. If that's you, not you asking the questions, but someone watching this think it's coincidence, that's fine with me. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, but it's interesting. Hello from Canada, Andrea Morrison. Hello, Andrea. Thanks for joining. What kind of meditation and creative visualization you suggest us to work on to add our odds to manifest lotto? Poria Keshavarsi, and I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I'm so sorry, but thank you for your question. What kind of meditation and creative visualization? So I think I'm not talking about the lottery here, just about anything in life. I believe in the power of visualization and prayer and that sort of thing. I think it can be very powerful. And I'm not just talking about the lottery. I'm just talking about life in general. And so for me, I believe in prayer. I believe in visualizing it. Some people use vision boards. I don't, but some people do that are really into that. So what state were you in when you won the lottery? Iowa. Joey Clark asks that. Good morning. Oh, Earth Angel Sherry, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. The power of gratitude. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is so important, guys. As many of you know, I think it's very important. I mean, we're just fortunate to even be alive. You have a better chance of winning a lottery jackpot so many times over than being born into the body that you're in. Many people don't know that, but it's true. Timothy, have you heard of life path numbers and how often certain numbers win the lottery? I've heard life path 5 is very lucky. What is your number? Thank you for your question. I am not familiar with life path numbers, so I'm not familiar, but I'll look into that. That's interesting. I did interview somebody that was really into numerology and that sort of thing, so that's interesting. Do people still come up to you today for financial help? JP Rudder. Some people do. Some people do, actually. Do you? But of course, I mean, I just, I live within a budget. Just because I won the lottery doesn't mean I don't live within a budget. And I mean, if I helped everyone that I wanted to, I would have been broke like a long time ago because that's just the nature. There's too much disparity in the world. I am a life path 5, Erica the Empress. Oh, okay. Well, awesome. I love number 5. Here's someone else that's a life path 5. So what is this life path? What are these life path numbers? Because this is all new to me, but I'm an open-minded person. So for sure. Okay. JP Rudder. That's cool. I saw winning the lottery numbers in a meditation and saw myself standing in front of a lottery. Yeah. So it's really interesting. People that have had dreams about it and then it's happened in real life, and it does happen all the time. It's so interesting. I cannot wait to interview more people on this channel that has happened to, because obviously that happened to me. I didn't have a dream about numbers, but I did have a dream about it, and then it happened. And many other things in life. That's just one thing. How do you know you're in the state of the wish fulfilled? Matthew. The state of the wish fulfilled. So Matthew, um, so for people that are into that, like Neville Goddard and that sort of thing, I think he said that quite a bit. But that, how do you know that you're in the state of the wish fulfilled? I would say just live like, I mean, you have to live like you. I'm not talking about the lottery, but in anything in life, just be persistent and live like you know that you are going to be that and be that. And I'm not talking about the lottery, but just in life in general. Yeah, you have to already be living in that state, says D27A. Okay. I won $4 on the lottery the other day. First time playing. It's a good sign. I am winning. Sarah Morales. Awesome, Sarah. Congratulations. All right. Totally agree on meditation. Coaches in high school used to turn down lights before the game so we could meditate on the plays before us. Kevin Jones. That's awesome, Kevin. And that's really interesting. I mean, it really works including in sports. I mean, there are, I think, basketball teams that have gone on, they've done experiments with teams that practice all the time and like don't believe and that have not put in their meditation and visualization and that sort of thing, and then teams that have, and the difference is a pretty stark difference. I mean, I think practicing is very, very important. Persistence is very important, but so is the visualization and the belief. And those two things combined, I think, can be pretty powerful. My father won 2 million. He got all the numbers correct except one number, and it was something like 45, whereas he had 44. Wow, Grimney, that is so close, but still 2 million. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Me plus Tim in Magic City equals a ton of dollar bills on the floor. Now you are talking. Money making Duke. Money making Duke is pulling out the Benjamins in this chat. Look out. I am about to win. I had many dreams. Also, I dreamt of numbers, and I just know it all in my soul, says Dracula's Butterfly. Dracula's Butterfly. I love that name. Hi, Tim. Love your videos. My question is, I play my own numbers, and about 3 weeks ago, I got 5 out of 7 numbers and got about $100, most I've ever won. Circa SCR. Okay, I'm mispronouncing that, but awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. Do you still play or win regularly? The box. If that question is for me, the answer is I do not play regularly. But I do know it's possible to win for sure. It totally is. I mean, anybody can win if you play. If you don't play, you can't win. So I'm from Iowa also, so I'm the next winner. Power of positive thinking. Then you're going to interview me, Eddie Butler. Eddie, I look forward to that, and that's awesome that you're in Iowa. Thanks for your comment. Do you want to win the lottery again, Erica the Empress? Erica, I think it could be positive for this channel. I mean, I think it would be awesome for the channel. Of course, money is always nice, but yeah, if I feel that it could really be beneficial and I'm inspired, then I will definitely play. Like if I were to have a dream about it, I mean, I would play in a heartbeat for sure, or something else happening, because there's some crazy things. A lot of people win, and of course they don't have a dream about it. Sweet, I got you on live, Deborah Burton. Deborah, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. What are your thoughts on the zodiac, Raymond? So astrology is really interesting. I think that there is something to it. I don't have all of the answers, but I've had my own astrology reading done, and it was pretty interesting. It was pretty spot on. It doesn't mean that I'm necessarily all those things, but it said a lot of things that the average person would not know. And I used to be very skeptical of astrology readings, very skeptical. And then someone that I worked with did one for me for free, I think to try and prove to me that there was something to it. And it really surprised me. Do you have a motorcycle? Daily Writer. I do not have a motorcycle at the moment, but maybe I need to get one. I assume that you do because your name is Daily Writer. So, but yeah, Harleys. When you won, did you play your numbers or a quick pick, Lady Sarita? I did a computer generated quick pick. Okay, so that's what I want to. What does your typical day in your life consist of? Thank you for your question. So for me, a typical day in my life, one thing, I mean, I work on this channel pretty much all the time. I mean, I have someone helping me behind the scenes, but most of it, I mean, a lot of what I do here is just me. So it takes up a lot of my time. I also exercise a lot. I go to Muay Thai. So that's what I do with a lot of my time and try to just enjoy, friends and, you know, relationships, get out, try to enjoy life. Do you meditate? Pintio K. Do you meditate? I do meditate. I also pray, which is arguably a form of meditation. I believe it's very powerful, very powerful. Good afternoon, Timothy. Happy Tuesday, brother. Happy Tuesday to you, Rock City Marco. Yes, Timothy, if you could choose to win the lottery at any age, what age would you have picked? Sorrel Fraser, thank you so much for your question. You come up with some of the best questions. I think for me, I mean, I would not change anything when I won. So the age that I won was 21 years old. So for me, I think that was the perfect age, the perfect time because I learned a lot. And not that you wouldn't learn a lot if you were like 60 or something, but I feel that, I mean, it was just the right time for me. And so I think age is sort of relative. I mean, different people are at different places at different ages. And so for me, I think it was 21 was the perfect age. Timothy, I also use prayer and healing and guidance. Awesome. Awesome. I mean, I think it's powerful, guys. I don't know what you think about prayer and that sort of thing, but I think it can be very, very powerful. And I think that it is. And it's proven that that sort of thing can benefit things. Like you can, like literally, you can have a cup of yogurt. I don't know. I was watching this documentary and there was this cup of yogurt, and this person hooked up like some electrodes to, I'm sort of making up I'm not a science person, but the person was able to manipulate the molecules in the yogurt from the thoughts. And the same thing goes with holy water, like the molecular structure of water and that sort of thing. Like it's you can affect things through your energy. Oh, thank you for the super rising vibes for 222. Look at that. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So rising vibes says I will be able to add triple zeros to my comments soon. I love that. I love that. Rising vibes. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. And I look forward to your triple zeros. I mean, and I look forward to that. That's awesome. Good afternoon, Tim. Watching you from Saskatchewan, Canada. Canada. I hope I win the Lotto 649 tonight. I wish you good luck. Lotto 649 tonight is 42 million. And I believe that's tax-free because it's Canada. So that would be awesome. I wish you good luck. Thank you so much, Timothy. Now it's time to go to work. I always enjoy your visits. Rock City Marco, thank you so much. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you could be here today. Have you read spiritual books before you won the lottery? Yeah, I probably had I have read quite a few spiritual books, and some of those I'm sure happened before I won the lottery for sure. But I didn't read a book like how to win the lottery using spirituality or anything like that, but spiritual books for sure. When you won, did the lottery assist you with a financial planner? So that's an excellent question. And I had financial planners before I turned in the ticket. So I don't know if they did or didn't, because if they did, they dealt with the people that were helping me. So I didn't deal with that personally, but I already had someone. So it's the no point. But Dwight Ruddock with the 499 super. Dwight, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. Give me 6 numbers. If I win, I'll share half with you. Oh my gosh. Dwight Ruddock. So I don't normally give numbers to people because I have so many people asking for numbers. And so that's the main reason. It wouldn't be fair to everybody else. But you did do a 499 super. So I can give you 6 numbers here, but 2 things. One, I don't, I'm not guaranteeing, nor am I implying that they might win. And secondly, you don't need to give me half. But 6 numbers just for the sake of this live. And another thing is, since I'm doing this on live, probably other people are probably going to be playing the same numbers. So, but I guess they don't know which lottery. So 6 numbers off the top of my head. 25, 14, 3, 10, 10, 25, 14, 3, 10, 8, 45. Those are 6 numbers. All right. Gratitude is pretty gangster. Interview soon with the wink and the hearts. Oh, awesome. And the 222 super. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so kind of you. That is so kind of you. And I love gratitude. And I mean, yeah, no, I really, really appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you very much. What is the biggest hurdle to get over to manifesting? Mark Watson. Mark Watson. I think the biggest hurdle, that's a good question, actually, and it probably depends upon the person. But one thing that a lot of people don't do is take action on things. They just believe, and then they don't take action. Like you have to take action too, you know? So meditate and see the numbers. It says Golden Age Manifesting Coach answers that question and says, let's meditate and see the numbers. People, I know not everyone watching this is into manifestation, but a lot of you guys are. And so I had a suggestion for people from someone that suggested having a group of people try to manifest a lottery win and then making a video about that and the outcome of that. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, it could be interesting, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. From Michigan, hey, it's Eric. Did you invest in bonds at all? Eric Hartman. Thanks for your question, Eric. The answer to that is absolutely yes. Especially in 1999, the bonds were doing really well. Hey, Tim, do you believe in destiny or divine intervention? I believe in destiny or divine intervention. I believe in both of those things. Yes, absolutely. So thank you so much, Sorrel Frazier, for the question. I believe in both of those things because a lot of times, I mean, you can have dreams about things before they happen or as they're happening, and it's really, really interesting. And a lot of quantum physicists will say that time is not linear. It's not like the past, the present, the future, that it's all sort of the same time, which is really interesting. I mean, it helps explain why someone might know something that could be happening in the future. How do I contact your team for an interview? I do have a wonderful story. Thank you for your comments. So there's an email address on the About page of this YouTube channel, or you can go to my website, or you can write on my Instagram, which is at official Timothy Schultz. And you can write my team any of those places. Yeah. Years ago, my cousin dreamt lottery numbers, but he didn't buy the ticket, of course. And it was the winning number. Sunny day. Oh, that is the worst. That is the worst. How heartbreaking would that be to have the numbers and then you don't play on that day that those numbers come up? I mean, that would be, oh, gosh. Okay. We still talk about it today. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. That would be really heartbreaking. There was this teenage couple or at least this woman in, I think it was a Euro Millions game not too long ago, that their numbers, their automatic payment for the ticket did not go through. And had it gone through, they would have won this massive, massive prize. But the payment did not go through for the automatic payment. I think they were even informed that they had won, but then informed, of course, that they weren't. So that would be just awful. 184 million, says Destiny C. Time isn't linear. Brain conceives it is such due to processing power and evolution of the human brain. Okay. Yeah, this was years ago before I knew Timothy's YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Hi, Timothy. This is Umish. Your thoughts on playing lottery online sites like Lottoland Asia and Lotto 247. Umish, thank you for your question. My thoughts on that are to be very careful. I don't know enough about those sites to know if you should be playing that way, because you want to be you want to make sure that you don't lose your money. So what happens if you win a massive jackpot of, let's just say theoretically for this live chat right now, theoretically you win 100 million from this website, and you're, I don't know, maybe somewhere you're in, let's say for the sake of this conversation, you're in Africa and you bought this ticket for this lottery in the United States, and you just won. The numbers that you see there came up and you won this massive prize. Are they going to give that to you? I don't know. You need to be definitely understand the rules, understand whether it's credible. And so I want to make a video about this and also ask lottery officials that are selling these games in the United States, like, what is the truth about this? Because you definitely don't want to lose your money. And I assume there are some ones out there taking advantage of people. What is the meaning of life for you? Why are we here? Pintayoke. That is a deep, deep question. And I actually just interviewed a near-death experience survivor, someone that died for nearly an hour. And that interview is coming up soon. And I got to ask him his opinion on that. And it's really, really interesting. I mean, he went on to see all of these things and meet all of these people, spirits. I say people, but spirits. And it's really interesting. How much would you have won if you played? Okay. I think I missed part of the conversation here of this chat, but do you have a list of financial advisors and financial lawyers that you collected from your guests that you think can help your subscribers when they win? See Joy. See Joy, I don't have a list, but I can tell you that there are plenty of qualified, experienced people out there who would be so eager to help you, or will be so eager to help you if and when you win a major prize, for sure. I mean, there's so many people out there. It's not hard to find, it's hard to sift people out because there's going to be so many people that want to help you. And you just have to make sure they're credible, trustworthy, and transparent. Okay. Life, meaning life is to evolve spiritually in other numerous ways. I've noticed that a lot of Always Plug has a comment here. Hey, Tim, I have noticed that on a lot of winning lottery videos on YouTube, they talk about you quite often. Have you ever seen any lottery videos where they spread false info about you? Always Plug. Always Plug, thank you for your comment. Most of the ones that I've seen have been accurate, but yes, I have seen at least one. There was one show that I participated in that was inaccurate, and it was in a foreign language, and then they translated it to English, and then the English translation was like they gave it to they licensed it to somebody else, and long story short, they like made stuff up and in the English version. And I was like, just to make it a juicier story, but I guess I guess they could do that. I don't know. So, but most of the time it's not been that way. Most of the time it's been accurate and positive. But hi, Timothy. I love but you never know, because sometimes at the end of the day, some shows, some reality shows especially, are not actually always truthful, as they want to be able to sell what they have to show, of course. Any regrets after winning the lottery or due to winning the lottery? Griminy, I don't have any big regrets, but I definitely don't claim to have been perfect. I have been writing a book about how the lottery changed my life, and one of these years I will actually finish this book, and that's one of the questions I'm definitely going to answer within it. How many tickets did you buy when you won, and how soon after your dream did you win? I bought one ticket is what I won on, and it was probably, it's just a few months after the dream is when I won. But I'm producing this video about some of the craziest stories from people that have won the lottery after having dreams about it. And a lot of people, it's like the next day or a few days later, but for other people, it's been decades later. It's really interesting for people that are into that. My wife and I, what's the Tennessee lottery? Okay. Mr. and Mrs. number 711 says, my wife and I watch, I think you mean watch the Tennessee lottery website, and we are in Memphis. And if you win the jackpot, you have to visit Nashville. And the name in the comments, okay, you have to visit Nashville. And if you win the jackpot, you have to visit Nashville. About our name, what's under the comments, the universe, what's talking in the chat. Okay. I'm probably misreading that. I don't quite understand, but I think you're saying that if you win there, you have to go to Nashville. And I don't know what the privacy laws are in Tennessee, but it's really interesting. The United States is different in different places. So you need to understand the rules before you turn in the ticket, of course. Okay. When you were in a high vibration leading up to, were you in a high vibration the days and weeks leading up to when you won? Riley Johnson. A lot of people think so, Riley. A lot of people think so. Okay. Good grief. Stella Star 36 has a good grief and a crying, laughing emoji. Good grief, Stella. Good grief. What are the comments when you're about what are the common omens when you are about to win the lottery? The common omens. I can't say I've ever heard that question before. The common omens. Everyone's experience is different. Before I won the lottery, it was kind of funny. I had a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I had multiple people telling me that they thought that I was going to win. And I was telling other people I thought I was going to win. So when I did, it was really, really crazy. Hi from Australia, Timoteo Costa. I love that name, Timoteo Costa. Thank you for joining today from Australia. Thank you so much. And there was just this winner. I just put out this video a few days ago of multiple time lottery winners, and one of them is from Australia, and his story was really, really crazy. Oh, still is okay. His story is so crazy though, because he won the lottery, and then he had this television crew that was so impressed with his story that they came to film a reenactment of him winning the lottery. And so he bought this scratch ticket to reenact what it was like to win the first time. And then he won again. I think it was like $250,000 or something. And this was after having I don't know what he experienced, but he had a near-death experience. He died for, I think it was 14 minutes. So it was really crazy story. Interesting story. Your lotto story is the only winning story that I remember from back in the day. Over the years, I have often wondered what you were up to. I'm so happy to be able to follow now. Cheers. Bettina, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bettina. I'm so glad that you found my channel and that you're here. Awesome. $250,000 Australia. That's right. For the guy with the television crew, it was $250,000 in Australia. Okay. Hey, Timothy, my birthday is tomorrow, and I'll be contacting you for my interview as soon as I win. And I will. Abby, New York City or NYC. Awesome, Abby. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to hearing from you. Tim, we both had dreams of hitting the jackpot, and my wife saw the numbers and I didn't, but I felt us winning, and it happens for three numbers. That is an incredible dream. I love that. And it's possible. It's totally possible. Do you have any idea how much is the fee a trust company charged you to be anonymous? Angel de la Rosa. Angel de la Rosa. So that's, I think it, I mean, every attorney, different attorneys charge different amounts of money, and you don't necessarily, I mean, it really varies. You should understand the rules of where you're playing the lottery for how to claim a prize anonymously, because it really varies. And it's not necessarily claiming it through a trust. And there's different ways to do it. It depends upon where you live, is really what it comes down to. After people win the lottery, we always hear the humble side of what they plan to do with it. However, oh, Earth Angel Sherry with the $20 super. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Earth Angel Sherry. Thank you. That was so kind and generous of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I have a psychic childhood memory of playing a game with our teacher. I reached into a velvet bag to guess a toy, which was a prize. I reached in it, and it started saying, it's blue, white, and red. It was a Papa Smurf. Wow. Earth Angel Sherry. That's incredible. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing. And thank you for the $20 super. That is so kind and generous of you. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So let's get to Angel de la Rosa from Boston. Okay. Do you actually visualize? Sorrel Fraser has a question. Do you actively visualize now to manifest things like who you would love to interview in the future? Sorrel Fraser. Um, I do. I actively, I mean, I visualize, I meditate, and that sort of thing. It's not just necessarily about who I want to interview, though. It's more about where I see this channel going and how I feel about it. And that's what matters to me. And so I believe this is just the beginning. Please answer that question before I liked that question. Tanner. So what question? Please answer the Grimney question. I thought it was a good question. Okay. Grimney is asking again. So we're going to get to this question from Grimney. I think, okay. After people win the lottery, we always hear about okay. So this is the question I was answering before. We hear the humble side of what they plan to do with it. However, Timothy, after winning, did you have a grinning moment about anybody who hurt you in the past? Okay, so I don't know that I was answering that before. If I was, I didn't get to the whole question. Timothy, after winning, did you have a grinning moment about anybody that hurt you in the past? Well, so after I won, I went through and this is one of the things in the book that I'm I am being authentic. And so the short answer to that is yes. I mean, I had some relationships that were ruined and damaged after winning the lottery. And I had a steep learning curve of a lot of things I had to learn about how to deal with certain relationships. So yeah, the answer to that is yes, but it was mostly positive though. And most people were very supportive. And so it's mostly positive for sure. Is it good to live off interest? Jeff Simpson. Jeff, yes. I mean, I think that's a positive thing for sure. Just believe you're going to win the lottery and it will happen. I mean, what you don't want to do is spend too much of what's not interest for sure. I see the winner of the $2.04 billion just bought a $25 million mansion in Beverly Hills. Chris Ashley. Someone mentioned that earlier, Chris. That's really interesting. I'm definitely gonna look that up. That's incredible. So thanks for answering, Timothy. Of course. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question, Jiminy. I can't wait for your near-death experience video, Sorrel Fraser. Sorrel, thank you for your support, and I cannot wait to share it with you. I cannot wait to share it with you. It's so interesting, and it's one thing that we all have in common, right? Our lives are so short, like relatively speaking, in these bodies. It seems like, and so if you believe that life goes on beyond these bodies, then what happened? I mean, it's a very important, it's very important. Hi, all. Hey, Timothy, what is the best piece of advice you could give someone that has won the jackpot? That's a really good question. Jay Singh, thanks for your question. The best piece of advice if someone has won the jackpot is to, I think, stay grounded. And I have so much advice about what to do if you win, like the steps you should take. But I think you're asking just in general, the best piece of advice. So all those things aside, I think the best piece would be to try to stay grounded and, not lose track of yourself, which most people that I've met, they have done that successfully. Do lotto winners, because most people I think that win the lottery, it sort of magnifies your personality rather than changes people. Everyone should watch Jeffrey Mishlove's YouTube. Okay. Always plug. I still believe I have won already. Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts. Well, with a name like that, you are winning. Tim, have you ever had a near-death experience? I have not, Sorrel. I have not had a near-death experience, but I have had plenty of dreams where I felt like I had gone out of my, it sounds crazy, but out of body, like that sort of thing. But I think that's quite different than physically dying and having an experience and coming back to life. That is really something different. And I have spoken with the interview I'm about to release, but I've spoken with a couple other people that's happened to as well. And it's really interesting. What did it feel like when you won the Powerball? Your time is now. Your time is now is asking this question. It was so surreal, so euphoric. It felt like I'm going back to out of body experience, but it felt like a dream. It felt like a dream. How many times did you play between your dream and it happening? Eric Zadori. I played fairly regularly. I would say once or twice a week for a few months after having the dream, just whatever I could afford usually, which wasn't a whole lot. So it's usually one ticket at a time. And at that time, the tickets were $1 rather than $2. Is it good to live off interest when you win? Jeff Simpson. Yes, it is a good thing. It is positive to do that. I mean, it depends on what your financial goals are, but if your goal is not to spend the capital, then yes. In my dream, I won 7.5 million. And when I started looking at the ticket, I saw the numbers on it. Then I woke up and could not remember them anymore. Waking up, I was very happy and okay. So yeah, lottery dreams are incredible. And if you guys have had any dreams about things before they've happened, or if you have won the lottery or anything else in life, I want to hear your stories. Write my team. Let us know. We're going to be featuring testimonials on this channel in addition to interviews. And we can keep you anonymous if you wish. What age were you when you first astral projected? Sorrel Fraser. Probably, I don't know what age, probably a little kid. I don't know, just these dreams of, and what Sorrel Fraser means by astral projecting, because not everyone knows. I think what you mean anyway are these dreams of, the sense of leaving your consciousness, leaving your body, and then having that sort of dream. And that's thing's really interesting. I interviewed a police commissioner once who was really into that. So she was this very credible person, and she saw this other person in the same city who was embezzling money and reported it, and it turned out that it was true, and the person ended up being fired for it. Ask Chat GPT for lottery numbers. Wake up. That's an interesting concept. Chat GPT. That's everyone's into that now. I wanted my mom to play the lottery, Ace of Hearts. Okay. Would you ever do a live on talking about metaphysical things? Sorrel Frazier. I would love to, Sorrel. Thank you for your question. I mean, people that are people that know me that are not new to the channel know that I'm really into that sort of thing. So I could talk about it forever. I'd love to do a live just on that for sure. Okay. How did they find out that Edwin Castro just bought a $25 million mansion is going to be hard to keep his privacy? The Mongwai 80. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna look that up. That this winner, Edwin Castro, according to you guys, this is the third comment now, has bought this multi-million dollar mansion in, I believe, mansion, California. I'm not saying this is true. This is just the comments coming in. But this, so yeah, I'm going to look into it. Tim, is your last name German? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. C Shins. Shins. That sounds, yeah, thank you. Your thoughts and opinion on the power of the mind to attract things. Jonathan Mendes. I think I think that we do attract things. I don't claim to be an expert on that, but I find, crazy synchronicities and things that happen in life with, what you're into. And I do believe in that sort of thing for sure. It's really interesting. Ace of Hearts. When I was like 7 or 8 years old, my mom asked me for take 5 numbers. I gave her the winning numbers and she hit the jackpot. Oh, that's awesome. SK says, love your show. Well, I love you, SK. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Amount is the problem. If we visualize 30,000, but lottery amount is 27,000 on Monday and 42,000 on Friday, amount is a problem. So Bernie, so there are people that I've interviewed on this channel that have visualized specific amounts and won those exact amounts, but for many other people, that's not the case. So I do not think that you have to do that, but some people, it's worked. Some people swear by it. So Timothy, most people living paycheck to paycheck tend to stress about daily finances. However, after you've won the lottery, do you now stress about time being well spent? Time is very, very invaluable. Time is invaluable. And so I don't know that I stress about it, but it's certainly a priority. Time is and it is for everybody, not just for someone that's won the lottery. Time is very important for sure. And that's one thing that people talk about, whether the lottery can be a blessing or a curse. There's this whole debate about whether it can be a blessing or a curse. And in one sense, it really is or can be a blessing because it can provide time, which is invaluable. Do you feel uncomfortable? Okay. Talking about, well, there's certain things I cannot talk about, Carlos, but thank you for your question. So unfortunately I can't talk about that because I don't want to get in trouble. But do you still treat lottery numbers do you still treat yourself with your winnings? Fantastic trips away. Sorrel Fraser. I am so grateful for being able to live and for all the opportunities that I have. But I try not to, I don't live a lavish lifestyle. That's, but I never was into material possessions. Okay. The guy who won $2 billion just bought a $25.5 million mansion in Arizona. Oh, okay. King Joey the Ape. So this is the fourth comment. And now so King Joey the Ape, thank you so much. So this is, I I am not. I'm getting the news from these comments here. I don't know what the facts are, and I'm going to look it up after this. So, one person said it was California, another person says it's Arizona, but regardless, he got it in Hollywood. No, oh, so now another comment, Hollywood. So we have California, Arizona, Hollywood. Cell says, "What's up, Timothy?" Hello, Cell. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. So I am running kind of short on time. I'm going to take a couple more comments here, a couple more questions. Hollywood Hills, to be precise. Your time is now. Okay. So I'm definitely going to look this up. Any tips on dating once you win a large sum? Asks C. So my tips are, I don't know. I mean, for me, it took a long time to be able to trust people. It took a long time being able to trust people again after the initial lottery win. It was easier to trust people that I knew prior to winning, that I already had a close relationship with prior to winning, than new people, because in my dating life was pretty thriving before I won, even as a person that was not wealthy, that was working at a gas station. Like, I did not have a problem dating people. So after I won, all of a sudden, all these new people that I didn't know wanted to, had people coming out of the woodwork. And it was hard to trust people, to give anyone a real chance. And I eventually learned how to get over that, but it took a little bit. So no, okay. I can't trust people now, and I have a net worth of $12, says Sophia Ward. Yeah, I mean, trust can be a tough thing. I guess, try to go with your gut and your intuition, and try to do what's right, and learn and be true to yourself. That would be my advice. Do you believe in the law of attraction? UPAC. I do too. I mean, I don't know how you define law of attraction, but I think I definitely believe in manifestation and that sort of thing. But I think it's often misunderstood in our culture and in our media. So I'll say that. Okay. Earth Angel Sherry with a $20 super. Thank you so much, Earth Angel Sherry. Thank you so much. That's so generous and kind of you. Thank you. Earth Angel Sherry says, come to New Zealand and Australia, I guess, but mostly New Zealand. I would love to come to New Zealand. It is definitely something that I want to do for sure. I have not been to New Zealand nor Australia, but I do know that there are some stories over there from lottery winners and a lot of people, of course, in Australia claim prizes anonymously, but the stories are really interesting. Like, a lot of people have dreams about it. I mean, people do all over the world, of course, but a lot of people do, and then they win. I'm from France, says Brune Marie. Hello in France. Thank you for joining. And I just want to follow up with Earth Angel Sherry and say thank you again. That is so kind and generous of you, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate your support. How long after your dream did you win the jackpot? A few months. Australia is beautiful. I think Australia is beautiful. I mean, from what I know of it, I know people that have been there. I have not, other than I'm talking right now with Earth Angel Sherry in New Zealand, which is incredible. And so we are going to have to meet in New Zealand, perhaps for your interview, maybe for that, or just to meet. Hi, Timothy. Jose from Canada. I had a dream about the lottery. It's so real, just like yours. I don't feel... and so real, just like yours and you had, and I don't feel myself ever since. Awesome, Jose. That sounds like an amazing, amazing dream. Best to keep quiet about winning. The more you give, the more they think you owe them. Erica Torres says that. Timothy, you should hold a contest game of intention with the audience. Put a pick in an envelope and give it a number. Then next time on live, reveal a picture, but ask for guesses. Eric, I love that idea. Let's do that. That would be really interesting. See what happens. And you should be okay. If you see a lottery number in a dream and after in a movie, do you play them at the lottery after, or do you consider the synchronicity is already done? I would so I would say listen to yourself, listen to your gut, and just play how you want to play, how it feels best to you, and never spend more than you can afford, and do it how it feels best to you. Hey Timothy, how much of a return percentage should you get each year to know your financial advisor is good? John Gonzalez. Um, that's a good question, John. I think that depends on, I mean, it depends upon a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know if I can give an exact percentage. I mean, it depends what your financial goals are. Like if you have 100 million or even 50 million, I mean, you're probably, or even less than that, probably your financial goals in that range of things would be not to try to make tons of money. Your financial goal would be to be very, very conservative with it, and it will still grow astronomically. So in that sense, the percentage is much lower than if you have, say, a half a million or a million that you're trying to grow, which is still a lot of money. But your goal there would probably be to be still conservative, but less conservative. So you want a higher percentage. So I guess what I'm getting at is it depends upon what your goals are and how much you have. Do you remember the dream you had in detail prior to winning? If so, would you share what happened in it? Jay Singh. So I have done a couple videos on that, and so you can look those up. But in general, within the dream, I had already won. It had already happened, and it was very, very real. And it took a while to wake up to, after I woke up, to realize that it hadn't happened. So you should add a frequently asked. Destiny C has a good point. You should add a frequently asked questions section in your description because people ask the same questions about your dream all the time. That is very true, Destiny. Timothy, would you ever write? Timothy, would you ever like to write a book on your precognition dreams and astral projection events? Sorrel Fraser, I would love to. I'm so unbelievably interested and passionate about that, about those subjects. For people that are also interested in that type of thing, I'd love to share those for sure. I dreamt I won big, but still haven't actually won it in real life yet. Capitalized is yet. Monas, I like that attitude, yet, because it is possible. Hello from PR. Hello with a palm tree. Hello. Thank you so much. Wherever you are in the world, guys, thank you so much for joining. I love connecting with you live. It is so special. This is all unscripted. I'm just taking your questions, and of course I can't get to all the questions. So I'm sorry if you have asked a question and I have not answered you. I'm not ignoring you. I don't see a lot of these questions because it just scrolls by too quickly, but I just love connecting with you, and I'm just grateful for you guys for subscribing and for watching. Whenever you say it is possible, I immediately follow with a smile. Jiminy. Awesome. Well, Jiminy, I'm glad to hear it. I mean, it is possible. Anything is possible. I strongly believe that. I've always believed that. And I'm not just talking about the lottery. It is possible to win the lottery. It is possible, but it's possible to do like billions of other things too. Like you can do it. It is possible. Anything that's ever been done by a human being was done by a human being, and people believe you can go a long way and take action too. Thank you, Timothy, QV, Bruni, Mary. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Jose. Jose, thank you. How can you not overthink about winning while still trying to keep it in my subconscious? How can I not overthink about winning? So I don't know if there's an overthinking about it. I mean, it's an incredible thing it's a positive thing, I think, to think about it. I just think always spend what you can afford and have it be a positive thought and have it be something that's enjoyable that is positive for you. Don't be stressed out about it. If it's a stressful thing, you shouldn't be playing, but that's not what you're saying. So how do you keep fit? ZCHE. uh yeah. Weights, running, CrossFit, Muay Thai, that sort of thing. It's sort of like anything in life. I feel that to me, it's just like, what are you going to do today? Well, that's just one thing. It's just like natural. It's just part of it's just anything. And it doesn't have to do just with exercise, anything in your life. If you want to be persistent, just be persistent. And pretty soon you're doing it because you're being persistent. It's become part of your mind and part of your routine, and anything is possible. I believe that. Hello from Texas. I like it to see your videos while I choose my numbers. Patty Dominguez. Patty Dominguez, if you win the lottery from choosing your numbers while watching this live, come write me, write my team, write my channel, because that is going to be an incredible story. Do you play video games? Once in a while. I don't play too often, but I do play video games sometimes. I mean, they're fun, right? Timothy, do you still have your lottery jackpot winnings money? LOL. Farah Nons 888. Farah Nons 888. I can't complain, Farah Nons. I can't complain. Okay. Tim, did the ladies change after you won? And how do you separate the real from the fake? So, yeah, the real from the fake. I think it just comes from experience and listening to your intuition and your gut and how you feel about people and relationships. And yeah, most people were real supportive, but some people were definitely out to take advantage, or at least I had a difficult time within myself trusting people. So that's probably what it was more than anything, actually. Will there be a new interview video soon? John Gonzalez. Yes, John. Within a week, I would say. I predict within a week. And the next one's with the near-death experience survivor and author. It's very interesting. Sorrel Fraser, do you use techniques like the 369 Tesla method in your daily life? Sorrel Fraser. So, Sorrel Fraser, that's interesting. And I did look up that Tesla method, and so I'm vaguely familiar with it. I think I tried it once as an experiment, but I don't usually do that necessarily. I do my own thing. I pray, and for people that are into that sort of thing, I pray. I'm a very spiritual person, and then I found that meditation, visualization outside of that, or in addition to that, is really, really powerful. Like visualizing something and imagining, feeling what that is like as it's happening, or as you're visualizing it, and then see what happens. And so it's really interesting. Do more people win with one ticket or 5 tickets? That's a good question, Sonny. That's a good question. And I'm not exactly sure, but plenty of people win off of one. I know I did, and a lot of people do. Okay, so I need to get going, guys. I need to get going. But I really, really appreciate your support. I love connecting with you. And it's always so hard to get off of here because I get so many excellent questions. And I know there's so many questions that I was not able to answer that are such good questions. And I see some right now, but I do need to cut this off. Bye-bye. Thank you. Love from the UK. Sorrel Fraser, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support from the UK and wherever you are around the world watching this. Thank you guys so much. There are new videos and interviews coming soon on this channel, on this podcast. I really, really appreciate your support, and I will see you guys soon.